everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Happy Sunday night to everyone. I'm sorry I had to change the time of the stream from 7 to 8. I ordered groceries and they were arriving late, so dinner was late. You know how it goes. So, we are here to do the 4 leaf clover readings. I thought it would be a fun kind of spread or reading to do. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day, and so we've got all the green cards out on the table. Hi, Irish Eyes. Is it Mariana? Is that how you pronounce it? I hope I'm not mispronouncing your name. Hello. So, for anyone who's interested, the cards that are on the table, Sacred Forest Oracle, the Green Witch Oracle, the Spellcasting Oracle, and this is the Sea Soul Journey Oracle. We've got the Light Seer Tarot. And we're going to do the 4 directions spread using these cards from the Sacred Forest Oracle. You guys know I love that spread. So, that is how you pronounce it? Excellent. I'm glad I didn't mispronounce your name. I'm horrible at names. I apologize. Let me know if you want a reading, and we will jump right in and get started. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. And if I could ask that you hit the thumbs up, leave a comment under the video, make sure, subscribe, all of the things. They always help the channel. I would be happy to do that for you, Mariana. Let me know if you want. Just put 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the chat box, and we will go ahead and get started. Thank you, Madeira. All right, so this is for Mariana. It's probably Mariana, and I'm saying it incorrectly. Give these a really good shuffle. I've even got all of my green crystals out here on my charging plate, which I had to move out of the shot. But there, I've got all my beautiful green crystals out here. Channeling my inner green. When I was a little girl, my family moved from Ontario, Canada to Calgary, Alberta, across the country. And my father stopped and bought 2 8-tracks. Yes, friends, I am totally aging myself. And the 2 8-tracks that we listened to all the way to Alberta, one of them was Kermit the Frog. And I will never forget the song, It's Not Easy Being Green. And every day, or every year on St. Patrick's Day, that's sort of where my mind goes. All right. Oops, upside down. Hopefully you can see this okay. Look at the cards you've got. Beautiful. All right, so the way this goes, Mariana, is like so. We're using the spread out of the Sacred Forest Oracle, and it is called the 4 direction spread. So the first card represents the east, right? The direction of east, which is the rising sun. So it represents springtime, the time that we're going into in a few days. So this card reveals what is beginning in your life, what needs to begin, what you need to search for or explore further. You've got the Four of Swords, right? So rest, retreat, self-care, making sure you're doing things to relax and sort of recharge your batteries, right? And then you've got this transformation. And so I feel like with these two cards, the process of taking care of yourself will be transformative in the sense that it will recharge the battery, right? So that's something that you need to either incorporate into your routine or to explore further. Make a commitment, for example, like 5 minutes per day that you're going to do something for yourself, right? Hi, Ellen. Hi, Sylvia. The moon card is what is coming up for the south. The south is the summertime, and this card is what is expanding in your life. So what you should be growing towards. Okay. So the moon card is either showing us something that we need to see, or showing us something that we think we see, but it's illuminating it to show us that there's nothing really there to see, if that makes sense. Remember that there is no shadow without light, okay? And then you have this card of peace, okay? So if there's some kind of anxiety, some kind of fear, some kind of hesitation around making a decision, something like that, don't project, don't put into the future, right? Like live in the present. Don't be like 4 months down the road, 6 months down the road. Stay in the present, right? The West card is the card that represents the season of autumn. And this card reveals what you're harvesting or gathering. So in other words, what you're bringing towards yourself, right? What you're trying to gather up. And I love this because we've got the sun, right? So joy, blessings, gratitude, those kinds of things. And you have the beauty card. So really living in the present and finding the joy and the happiness and the blessings, listening to your heart. What are your passions? Doing things that put a smile on your face. Like, turn the music on and dance around the living room. Take a walk. Spend time with your family. Bake a cake. Those kinds of things. Just little things that do whatever you need to do to put yourself in a better sort of mindset or a better feeling, if you will. The North card is the card that is representative of wintertime. And we have the Temperance card. Now, these cards here are about what you need to consolidate, what you need to nurture. So things that you need to incorporate and work on, right? Balance. That's what Temperance is all about. Balance. And you've got lighten your load. Again, balance. So your whole reading summed up is, rest, relax, make sure you're giving yourself the opportunity to recharge. Don't look too far into the future if it causes you any kind of stress or anxiety. Try to stay in the present, right? Concentrate and work on getting down to the simple joys of everyday life, right? We can always find a moment of joy and try to bring in that balance. That's your 4-leaf clover reading. I hope that makes sense. I hope it resonates for you. Now, I apologize that I'm not live and you guys can't see my face, but the house is a mess. I'm a mess. And so here we have it. You're welcome, Mariana. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for asking the question. I got you, Ellen. I got you, Sylvia. Ellen, tell me what deck you want, love. 1, 2, 3, or 4. You guys get to pick. One, 2, 3, or 4. Sacred Forest Oracle, Green Witch Oracle, Spellcasting Oracle, or the Sea Soul Journey Oracle, which is sort of like an affirmational type thing. You want number 3? Alrighty. Number 3 it is for Miss Ellen. The Weekly Energies video is going to come out tonight at, I think, 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m. Just letting you guys know. I'm going to be back here on Wednesday at 8 p.m. and we are going to do some spring equinox readings. It is so cold here. I'm freezing. I've got a blanket wrapped around me. Did you guys have a good weekend? Did you do anything exciting? It was really mild here, which was lovely, except for it rained all day, every day, Saturday and Sunday, and high winds. So as much as we welcomed the mild temperatures, we weren't really able to go outside and do anything because it was so windy. Okay, so that card flew out. No, it's melting. Thank you for asking, Sylvia. It is melting quite quickly. In the backyard, we could see just the very tip of one of our little trees, which is about 6 feet tall. And now it's about 3/4 of the way down. But it did knock our retaining wall over, so there's some repair that is needed there. Yes. But now it's you know, we have the flood and then, of course, the damage, right? We've got a broken fence on one side and a messed up gate on the other side. Anyway. All in due course, my friends. All in due course. Okay, Ellen, this is for you, love. So the first card represents the East, which is the card of the springtime. This is what is beginning, so what you need to search for or explore further. Okay, so you've got the Truth card and you've got the Devil card. So that makes me feel like there's something that you're trying to do, something that you want to do, something that you've been thinking of doing, that I'm not sure if the right word is like that, like you're stuck on it, or I don't know how to articulate it any better than this. I feel like I know what I need to do, I know what I want to do, but the answer that I have, or the answer that I'm being shown or that I'm being given, I'm like, I can't, for whatever reason, do that. So I'm trying to find a way around it. In other words, trying to change the outcome, if that makes any kind of sense whatsoever. Let me continue, right? Remember that the devil is all about breaking the chains, breaking the cycle, right? So the Truth and the Devil line up in that way for me in this reading. The South card is the card that represents the summertime. This is what is expanding in our life, what we should be growing and working towards, right? You've got freedom and you've got the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups, of course, is walking away from something that no longer serves you. And freedom is literally that. Now, here, pictured in this card, if you can see, she's inside of a cage, right? So she's trying to break free of that. So again, we have that element of the breaking of the chains, the breaking past or through something, right? Card number 3 is the card of the West. This represents the season of autumn. So this is what you're harvesting or gathering, right? What you're bringing towards yourself. Okay, we've got courage, and we've got the Six of Pentacles. Now, the Six of Pentacles, you know, in its definition, is like giving and receiving, but I feel like this is more like a hand-in-hand kind of thing. Like imagine a handshake, right? A person put their hand out and you grasp their hand. It's an element of like reaching out, but an element of understanding, of support, right? Reciprocal is kind of where I'm going with that. And I feel like this support, this whatever this card represents, this support is the thing that helps you be able to break this or to understand this better. Okay. Fourth card is the card of the North. This is the card that represents the winter time. So this is what we need to consolidate or what we need to nurture, possibly what we need to repair or heal. And you've got the Five of Cups, loss, grief, negative kind of mindset, right? 3 cups on the ground, 2 cups upright, focusing on the 3 cups on the ground with the contents spilt over, not realizing or recognizing that if you just look sideways, there's still 2 cups filled, and we might be able to do something, right? This is like seeing it half full instead of just half empty. And then you've got the Strength card. So over here, you've got these cards of support and like picking you up and kind of holding on to you and empowering yourself. And over here, you've got these cards of healing. So this is really important. And in terms of like a 4-leaf clover, and I looked this up today, 1 in every 10,000 clovers has a 4th leaf, right? We look at 4-leaf clovers and we think of luck. This is changing your luck, changing your outlook, changing your attitude, right? This is very transformative, this reading. So I hope it resonates. I hope it makes sense to you. This is all about improving yourself and finding a new way. Not that the old way wasn't broken, not that the old way wasn't right, but this new way, with just a little tweak, it may be totally different. And so therefore your outlook or your expectation would be different, if that makes sense. All right, that's what I've got for you, Ellen. Thank you so much. Yes, of course, Irish Eyes, you can have a reading. Let me just start you right here. All right, we're going to go to Sylvia. Sylvia wants a reading. Sylvia, if you're still here. Excellent. Thanks, Ellen. Sylvia, if you're here, let me know 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then we will do your reading. You want number 2? Alrighty. And then we'll do Irish Eyes. All right, for Miss Sylvia, this is the Green Witch Oracle for anyone who is interested. Channeling my inner green tonight, friends. Channeling my inner green. I was saying earlier that I've got all my green crystals out here on display. They're just not in the camera shot because I only have so much space. Hi, Linda. How you doing, love? All right. Here we go with the cards. So I ordered groceries. They were late. Doing laundry, washing the bedding off of my day bed that's in here because one of the cats decided to, do what cats do all over my bedding. Had to wash it 3 times. so that it came clean. So there's that. That's why you can't see me, because I'm a mess. The house is a mess. But that's okay. All right, so Miss Sylvia. I love these Green Witch Oracle cards. They're so colorful. Look at the colors you got. I love it. All right. So, card that represents the East. This is the card of the springtime. This is what we need to sort of search or explore, what we need to, start. You've got duality and the banana, and you've got the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is about, someone from the past, something from the past. It's about your childhood. It's about nostalgia, the innocence, the naivety of it all, the carefreeness, right? And then you've got this card of the bananas and duality. And I'm sort of feeling like we can be both at the same time. Like, we can be serious and responsible, but we can also be carefree and sort of a little loose, if you will. We can be both at the same time. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It's like, find the gray area, find the happy medium, if that makes sense. Let your hair down and explore this a little bit. Have fun, or have fun with something. Let us continue. We've got the next card, which is the South, which is the card of the summertime. And this is what is expanding in our life. So this is the thing that we should be growing or working towards. And we've got the Kent pumpkin and productivity. And you've got the King of Wands, right? So the King of Wands is this entrepreneurial spirit, this great communicator and passionate, charismatic kind of energy. This is about, to me, this is about like taking charge, taking a leadership role, grabbing the baton and I'll lead the way. I'll take charge. It's not about being a leader more than it is about taking control of a situation to get something done, right? The West card is the card of the autumn, and this is what we're harvesting or gathering, what we're bringing towards ourselves, right? And you've got the lettuce, and this is desire, and you've got the Ace of Cups, which is all about your emotions and your heart. And what I love about this reading so far is it's very, very, I use the word buoyant. Like, if you think of yourself bobbing in the water, you're very just kind of floaty, right? And I love that feeling of being just floaty. Like, imagine yourself laying on your back, floating around in the water, right? Without a care in the world. And the miracle of being able to float around in the water like that, like feeling light and just sort of, yeah, that's the word, feeling light and like serene, right? So again, back to the West card, gathering and bringing towards yourself things that make you feel good, things that bring you joy, things that make you feel happy, things that you are passionate about, things that your heart wants you to do, right? The South card, or sorry, the North card, apologize, is the card of the winter. This is the card that is about consolidation and nurturing, right? It could be something that you need to repair, or something that you need to heal. You've got the orange and energy and the star. Okay. And the star is all about hope and belief and faith. And so if you put all of these together, in order for you to get here, and I'm not saying that you don't believe, that's not what this is. I think that this is to keep you at this level, right? Allow yourself to have a little fun. Find the thing that you feel really passionate about, that you feel really good about, and use your sort of people skills to take charge of whatever that is, right? Make sure that you're listening to your heart, and make sure that all of these things working together are going to continue to build up your energy, right? It's like the more you do, the more you focus, the more you feel, the more light you attract towards you and put out from you. Hopefully that makes sense. That's what I got for you, Sylvia. Hi, Jessica Lynn. How you doing, love? It's good to see you. All right, Irish Eyes is up next. Irish Eyes, tell me what deck you want, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Linda, if you want a reading, let me know. Linda says she just got back from visiting the National Eagle Center. Well, that sounds interesting. Number 4, got it. Hopefully this is making sense to you guys. So here's what I want to say about the 4-leaf clover. The 4-leaf clover, we have an interpretation that it means good luck. And I am one of those people that believes that we can make our own luck, right? By changing our viewpoint, by changing our perspective. And so that's where I sort of got the 4-leaf clover and the 4 directional spread to come up with these readings. I hope that's making sense for you guys. All right. Thank you, Linda. I got you. You're right after Irish Eyes. Irish Eyes is happening right now. Here we go. First card is out. Whoop. We got flyers, friends. We've got flyers. If I can ask you guys to please make sure that you hit the thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell notification, all of the things, leave a comment after the video. They help the channels, and I, of course, appreciate your support. I am losing subscribers by the minute, and so I would appreciate any assistance that you could give me. All right, so our first card is the card of the East, right? Card of the springtime, card that is about what we need to begin, what we need to sort of look into further, okay? Got the Ace of Pentacles, planting the seeds. This is the moment when you have just like sort of like an inkling that this is what you want to do, right? And then we've got gratitude. May you honor all that you receive. So to me, these two cards go hand in hand, right? What you need to search for, what you need to explore, what you need to begin. So right from the start, right from the start. We are seeing the potential. We are seeing the possibility. We're letting our imagination, our heart, our desires, our passions sort of run free, right? Nothing is stopping you. You see the possibility in everything. So this is about opening up and being open to possibilities and things, right? The next card is the South card. This is the card that reveals the summer, or is about the summertime. This is about what we are expanding. So what we're growing or working towards. Okay, so you've got the 10 of Wands here. Whoops. The 10 of Wands. Okay. Now, in the traditional tarot, you'll see this where the person has a bunch of rods sort of weighing them down. In this deck, it's the ox or the oxen that's carrying all the baggage, right? You're overworked, overwhelmed. You're like ready to like tune out and check out, right? Like I just, whatever, I'm busy. I don't want to hear anymore, right? Interestingly enough, we got this journey card. May you seek adventure. So again, talking to us about being open, being available, seeing the possibilities in everything. And that's interesting because we're getting the same message from these first 4 cards, right? Being open. The next card is the West card. The West represents the season of autumn. This is what we're harvesting or gathering. So what we're bringing towards ourselves, right? And we've got awe. This says, may you see the sublime in the everyday. So this is about you being open to all the possibilities. And then you start to come over here where you're starting to sense the shift, where you start to feel the shift. Now we are seeing the beauty and the joy in the everyday. So think of this as an example. You sit down on the couch and the dog or the cat jump up in your lap, right? The cat spins around in a circle and lays down in your lap, and you feel the warmth from the cat, and the cat starts purring, and it just puts a smile on your face because you know that that cat feels safe, that cat feels loved, that cat feels protected, right? And just that little moment, make that moment all day long, right? Count the blessings of that moment. Don't discount that. Got the Justice card here. Standing in your truth, being balanced. The card of the Justice card to me is about unity and harmony. And that's what you're trying to do, love. You're trying to bring this harmony towards yourself. And I love this. Hi, Pooja. Yes, when I get to you, I'll ask you what deck you want, Jessica. And absolutely, Pooja, I can do that for you. So your last card, Irish Eyes, is the 4th card, which is the North card. The North card is what is represented by winter. Okay, this card is about what we need to consolidate or nurture. Could be what you need to repair or heal. Okay, you've got bliss. Look at this image. It's gorgeous. Bliss. May you feel deeply and transcend. May you feel deeply and transcend. Ace of Cups, all about your emotions, all about your heart, right? Your cup literally runneth over. And so you have gone from this getting back to the thing that is important, to find the joy and not let the chaos or the noise or the distractions, overwhelm you or, push you in a certain direction, right? To the point where you are feeling, listening to your heart, not letting the outside interrupt what's happening on the inside. And that, my friend, is a beautiful, beautiful thing. That's what I got for you, Irish Eyes. I hope it makes sense. Hope it resonates. All right, so let's go to I believe Miss Linda was next. And Miss Linda said, could you put it in here? I seen it. 3. You said 3. And Jessica said 4. And Pooja said 4. Understand that, okay? All right. Thanks, Irish Eyes. Hope it made sense to you. All right. So, Miss Linda. I literally just forgot what you told me, or what I saw. 3. Good grief, you guys, honestly. We have had a lovely dinner. We had some baked ravioli. Yummy. For dinner. It was great. And because I moved the time of the stream, I was able to actually eat my dinner. Yay. So that was good. Why is this 5 of Wands here? Why is this 5 of Wands here? Okay. All right, Miss Linda, for you we have the East card, which represents the springtime. This is what we need to begin, what we need to search and explore, okay? We've got the Transformation card, which is lovely. Spreading your wings, sort of moving through cycles, moving through shifts, improvement, that kind of vibe. We've got the Queen of Swords. Being analytical, being logical, being strategic. This is sort of, like making sure all your I's and your T's, or your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. I'm getting the feeling like this is not who you are, but you might not have been paying attention to those things as closely as you once did, but like this is something that you need to sort of bring back, right? To how do I say this? It's like refocus sort of vibe I'm getting from this, right? So it's like a breakthrough of sorts. The next card is the South card. This is the card of the summertime. This is what we're expanding. So what we're growing, what we're working towards. We've got fertility and we've got the 7 of Pentacles. So this is tying into that transformation, right? This is about birth. This is about bringing up something new. This is about bringing life to something, right? Growing. You know, the 7 of Pentacles is literally, as you can see in this card, it's about growing, right? You've planted the seeds, you've put the fertilizer in, you've de-weeded, you've talked to them, you know, you go out every day and you check on them, and then one day You see this little sprout popping out of the ground. And then every day you go out there and you keep checking on it until you see this beautiful blossom or this gorgeous, vegetable or fruit or whatever it is that you've grown, right? So this, what you need to grow and work towards is the continued growth, right? Third card is the West card. This is the card that is of the autumn time. And this is what we are harvesting or gathering. So the thing that we are bringing towards ourselves, right? We're storing up for the winter, right? You've got home and you've got the Justice card. So this is the harmony, the unity, the solid foundation, the safe space, the place that makes you feel best. You know that saying home sweet home, that's kind of the vibe I feel. And I feel like, if I may be so bold as to say, like, we're just getting things in order. It's like there's like this imaginary checklist, and it's like I'm getting myself in order, I'm making progress, I'm moving, I'm checking things off the list. Now I feel safe at home, I feel secure, like you're back on your feet, so to speak. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm right or not, but that's what I'm getting. The North card is our last card here. This is the card of the winter time. This is the card that reveals what we need to consolidate or nurture, what we need to incorporate, what we need to bring close to us. You've got good luck. Okay. Then you have the conflict, the Five of Wands. And I asked, why is this here? Okay. And you got the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. And so either you're worried about money, like everybody is worried about money, your security, your safety, that kind of thing. Or it's home itself, or there's something about the home that you are very concerned about. And this card is asking you to have, faith. Have faith that things will work out. And I'm not saying not to be worried. I'm not saying, just believe in the universe and everything's going to work out. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is to try to look at this half full rather than half empty, which leads us back to this. Because and I'm using your reading as an example, but this goes for everybody. And I have learned this personally the hard way, that with my anxiety, that, the more you worry about something does not change the outcome. It only makes the days leading up to the day of the outcome coming true, or the deadline, shall we say, approaching. It just makes it that much more difficult because you're constantly stressing, right? If you're doing the best that you can, then you're doing the best that you can. That's what I've got for you, friend. I hope that makes sense. I hope it resonates. All right, so now we go to Miss Jessica Lynn. And Jessica said she wants 4. So Jessica, this is for you. And then we will go to Pooja. Well, I appreciate all of you hanging out with me. There isn't very many of us here, but that's okay. All right, Jessica Lynn, we start out with the East card, the card of the springtime. And this is the card that shows us what is beginning in our life, what sort of what we need to explore further, right? You've got the Balance here. It's a beautiful card. May you find equilibrium in motion, is what that card says. And you've got the King of Wands. What I feel like these, they're kind of like sort of opposite cards, but there's the same sort of feeling behind them. So if you look really closely at this card, you can see that there's the person up here that's like paddle boarding, right? Windsurfing, whatever. So think of the strength that takes. Even though when you look out on the water and you see someone standing there windsurfing or paddleboarding, it may look like, wow. You know, I'm sure the feeling of standing on the paddleboard makes you feel like, you know, very dreamy. You know what I mean? But it requires so much strength, so much tenacity, so much chutzpah, for lack of a better way to put it, to be able to get to that point, right? The King of Wands is about that. It's about the charisma. It's about the leadership. It's about the entrepreneurial spirit, right? I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it the way I want to do it, and nothing's going to stop me. Nothing's going to get in my way. It's that kind of mentality, that kind of energy behind this card. And so I feel like that energy gets you to a point where you're like, you know what? I'm writing the story here. No one else is in charge. Does that make sense? Our next card is the South card. This is the card that reveals, or is for the summertime, and it's asking us, what should we be growing? What should we be working towards? Okay. And you have lightness. May the light lift you to the surface. And how interesting that you've got the Moon card, where it says, may the light lift you to the surface. And literally, she's down here below the water's line, right? The moon is the light. The light shining is the thing that she's attracted to, the thing that's going to bring her to the surface, right? All of these cards, this card, this card, this card, this card, this card, and this card are all about, you know, bringing yourself back up to sea level, so to speak, where you don't feel so bogged down. Reminding yourself of who you are and what you're made out of. Like that's the vibe I've got for the whole thing, right? Now, specifically with this Moon card, think of the energy and the power from the moon and the amount of power and energy that you can get from the moonlight, right? The moon lights up exactly what you need to see. It's showing you the path. It's showing you the way. Next, we have the West card. The West card is the card that represents the autumn. This is what we're harvesting or gathering. So what we're embracing, what we need to sort of give a hug to and bring in closer to us. We've got this beautiful card of magic. May you may you flow with the divine. And the Seven of Wands is about taking a moment, finding that clarity. Maybe you feel challenged. Maybe you need to meditate. And so what you need to consolidate is tap into the spiritual, right? Take a moment, incorporate 5 minutes a day, or 15 minutes a week, where you sit down and you meditate and you just say, okay, Spirit, give me whatever you got, right? I'm open, right? It's like a trust and believe thing, right? Because sometimes if we feel that someone's got our back, that's half the battle, right? Our fourth card and final card is the North card. This is the card of the winter time. This card represents, reveals what we need to consolidate, nurture, possibly even repair. Okay, you've got belonging. May you welcome yourself home. That is such a beautiful quote. May you welcome yourself home. To me, this is like giving yourself permission to be who you are with no apologies. And this card below it, the Knight of Cups, is sort of, in a way, that same kind of vibe, right? The Knight of Cups is about wearing your heart on your sleeve, and it's about your sensitivity. And in this moment that we find ourselves in, with the world in complete chaos, no matter where you live, no matter who your government is, no matter what your beliefs are, it's a lot out there, and we're feeling so many things all at once. It's okay if you have a bad day, a bad moment, a bad week. I mean, it would be totally normal. If your best friend came to you and said, oh my God, this is a lot, you would say, it's okay, I get it, I understand. And so, to me, this is about honoring the sensitivity, but not, like not punishing yourself for it, embracing it, but making the sensitivity work for you, as opposed to, hiding because of it. Well, I can't go out in public because I'm going to pick up on bad vibes, and that's going to like throw my whole month off. It doesn't mean that you can't still have fun. It doesn't mean that you can't go outside to the park, right? It doesn't mean that you can't experience some kind of beauty, right? So that's kind of what I'm getting for you. This is all about you believing in yourself, lifting yourself up to the best of your ability, and embracing, how you navigate this time period. That's what I got for you. All right. That is Quincy, everybody, saying hello. All right. We have Pooja up next. Pooja picked pile number 4. Let me just take a sip here, friends. Have my Pepsi. And adjust myself in my seat. All right. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate the feedback, as always. All right. Miss Pooja, I think you said 4. Yes, you did. The weekly energy video is going to drop any minute now. I do believe. Hope you guys like that. I will be back on Wednesday. As I said, this moon card just wants to keep coming out. All right, Pooja, here we go, my love. For you, first cards are the East cards, card of spring. This is what we need to begin, what we need to search or explore further, okay? Oh, thank you, Jessica Lynn. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. We've got compassion. May you tend to the suffering. May you tend to the suffering. And then you've got the moon card. And so I have to be honest, I'm a little perplexed by this one. So I haven't gone away. I'm just thinking about it because I have no idea why I'm saying this, but I don't know. Have you had like a disagreement with someone, or have you sort of, I don't know, just been keeping to yourself or keeping quiet lately? It's like you were offended, you were hurt, or you were just trying to protect yourself and you sort of removed yourself from people, and it's like it's time for you to sort of come back out slowly. I'm not sure if that makes sense or not, but that's kind of like the vibe I'm getting. So the moon card here with this compassion, right? We have to remember that there is no light without the shadow, right? Or sorry, there is no shadow without the light. That's what I meant. We need to shine the light on the things that we need to see, not the other stuff. Okay. Thank you, Pooja. I like it. It's like I'm seeing it, but I'm not. Like it's not like absolute. Like I had a fight with someone. Card came out, and so you need to reconcile that it's okay for you to feel, but still be cautious and protect yourself. Right? Let me continue because now that we've got that part, now it makes total sense. Okay. So the next card is the South card. This is the card that represents the summertime. This is the card that that's helping us with what we're expanding, what we're growing towards, what we're working towards. This is the goal, right? So you've got beauty. May you perceive nature's artistry afresh. So looking at something and seeing it in a whole new light, right? So each time you look at it, you see something a little bit different or a little bit more or a little bit better, if that makes sense. The Nine of Wands, you are resilient, but you are still resistant. You've got your boundaries around you. So in terms of this disagreement, you needed time to heal and to protect yourself, and you're starting to come out of it, right? You're starting to like break down the barriers and finding a new path forward. So that's what this is all about, right? How do you work at being like joyful and happy even though there is this situation? Boundaries. Protect yourself. Boundaries are not about other people, they're about you. You can still be determined, you can still be resilient, but you can be tired because it's like you're constantly going uphill all the time, right? So you're a little bit battle weary. The next card is the West card. It's the card of the autumn, right? This card reveals what we're harvesting or what we're gathering, right? Thing that we're trying to bring closer to us. And you have present. May you sense each shiver of the surf. You, my darling, have a great like inner knowing, a great intuition, if you will, a great sort of sense of wisdom. You know when things aren't right, when things are not going the way that they should. Trust and believe your gut instinct, your intuition, right? Don't discount it. Don't fluff it off. If your spidey senses or your vibe is telling you that something is not copacetic, then believe it. Once you start to trust yourself more, your gut instinct, which I imagine that this card has come out because You had an inkling about this situation, but you discounted and thought, no, that can't be right. And now you find yourself, sort of like, I wish I had trusted myself. I knew this was going to happen. Or I knew this was going to work out this way, or something of that sort, right? You've got the Ace of Pentacles. This is about planting the seeds. This is about the beginning stages. And so these cards here are all about believing in and building up your intuition and the trust that you have with your inner wisdom and your sort of gut instinct, if you will, right? So gather that, harvest that, trust it, right? The last cards are the North card. This is the card of the winter time. This is the card that reveals what we need to consolidate or nurture. Possibly what we need to heal or repair. And so you've got the magic. May you flow with the may you flow with the divine. It's interesting because we had this before, but we're having it again. Someone else had this, the two sort of moon cards here, right? May you flow with the divine is in with this. Right? May you trust your vibes. May you trust your intuition. May you trust your sort of guidance, your gut instinct, right? And the Eight of Cups is about walking away from something that no longer serves you, right? It doesn't mean that something is over. Let's say that you have some girlfriends and they are like, they love drama, right? They like to be catty or whatever. And you're just not into it. Or maybe you're just not into it that day. And so you want to distance yourself. This is about the boundaries, right? You want to distance yourself from that. It doesn't mean you're going to walk away from them or them being friends with you. You're just going to redefine your friendship so that it works better for you. Right? So this last card and these cards are sort of all working together in a way that you are starting to embrace your intuition and really listen to that and let that inform you so that you feel more at peace. You have more of an inner peace. That's what I got for you. So, hope that makes sense. My husband is doing something in the bathroom right now that sounds really awful, and I have no idea what he's doing, but it's like he's squeezing something out of a bottle and it's making horrible sounds, and I'm trying really hard to concentrate. He's yelling, sorry. All right. Have I missed anybody? Have I forgotten anybody? Anybody have any questions? It seems like an opportune time to have a break, to take a sip, or to take a beautifully explained on point. Awesome, Pooja. I'm glad that listen, I don't have to understand it. It's important that you guys understand it, and so I appreciate the feedback. So thank you very much. It only makes sense if it makes sense to you guys. And when I say things, just because we're chit-chatting, if I say things like, does it make sense? It's because it's not my story. So I don't know if I've got all the context. You know what I mean? Awesome. Sorry that you're going through that, by the way, Pooja. You're very kind, Linda. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Listen, as I've told you guys many times, this only works because of you guys. I couldn't do this by myself. Well, it wouldn't be a lot of fun, let's put it that way. Hi, Jessica. How are you doing? We're just chit-chatting. I'm having a wee break, a little drink break. Let me know if you want a reading. So, friends, I'll be back, as I said, on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do, what did I say we were going to do? I don't even remember now. How bad is that, you guys? Good grief. Oh, we're going to do spring equinox readings. That's what we're going to do. And there's a video that should be dropping for the weekly energy read. So that's happening. You're doing great. Glad to hear it, Jessica. Of course you can. I would be happy to do that for you. Just tell me whether you want, because I'm using the tarot, but I'm also pulling these cards here. So this is the Sacred Forest Oracle. This is the Green Witch Oracle. This is the Spellcasting Oracle and the Sea Soul Journey Oracle. So just put 1, 2, 3, or 4 into the chat box, and we'll throw some cards for you. An interactive reading is what we're doing. That's what we should do before we close. I'll get you guys that are in the chat to pick the numbers, and we'll pull some cards, and we'll kind of do like a collective reading that you guys tell me what cards to pull. That sounds like fun. Jessica, let me know 1, 2, 3, or 4, love. Just put 1, 2, 3, or 4 into the chat box, and I'll pull your cards for you. Your prediction for this year: love, work, opportunity. I love it. Tell me 1, 2, 3, or 4, Jessica, and then we can we'll pull your cards, love. Alrighty, thank you, ma'am. Yep, I can definitely do that, Linda. It's like you predicted your own cards, Jessica. I kind of dig it. Beautiful. All right. So what we're doing is we're doing the 4-direction spread from the Sacred Forest Oracle. And so our first set of cards is the East cards. These are the cards that represent the springtime. So this is the thing that is beginning in your life, the thing that the thing that you want to sort of explore further, right? The thing that you want to begin, search for. We have manifestation, and we have the 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is victory, it's success, it's achievement, I want to say. And so the thing that you're working on, the thing that you are sort of exploring further is how to make your dreams come true. As you said, your prediction for this year, love, work, opportunity. So this manifestation that you're doing is definitely working because it's coming out in your cards. So keep that up. The next cards are the South cards. This is the card of the summertime, and this is what is expanding in your life. So what you are growing or what you are working towards. So the foundation in which you're building upon. Okay. And you've got trust, the beautiful image here, and justice. So the justice card is, or can be, about, standing in your truth, standing in your power, bringing balance to yourself or to your life. It basically creating harmony and unity. Having trust in yourself, having trust in the universe, having trust in spirit, having trust in your path. This is very deep, right? This is very deep. This speaks to your faith and your ability to tap into your faith in terms of letting it decide for you how you're going to put the next foot forward. And you're growing that. You are consciously working on improving that connection to build upon the trust to create that solid foundation. And that solid foundation is bringing this sort of all together for you. This being this sort of uplifting sort of energy. The next set of cards is the West card. The West card is the card of the autumn, and this is about harvesting and gathering. So the things that you're bringing towards yourself, right? If you think of how we can for the winter, right? So we can fruits and vegetables from the summer, and we have those to eat throughout the winter time. You've got blessings and the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords, I mean, these two cards seem like they're opposite of each other, but you don't get one sort of without the other, right? The Nine of Swords is about stress. It's about anxiety. It's about, staying awake at night and the worry, right? The fear, struggles and challenges and those sorts of things. Unless you deal with those, real or imagined, rational or irrational, unless you deal with those and get control of that, we can't then see the blessings. We can't then focus on or find the silver lining. And so there's something going back to this trust and this justice card with this solid foundation that's going to help balance these two things out, where we're feeling less anxious, like there's an element of control here, right? We can't control the outcome of a situation, but we can control how we react to the situation, is what I'm vibing off of these cards, right? Now we move to the last card, the North card. This is the card of the wintertime. This is about what we need to repair, what we need to heal, or what we need to consolidate and or nurture, right? So the thing that we need to really sort of grab a hold of and boost up, right? Passion. What is your desire? Is it just to succeed or to be successful, or is it to do the thing that you need to do, the thing that you want to do, the thing that you love to do? And you've got the Nine of Cups, the wish fulfillment card. All of your manifested dreams coming true. So this card here, what you need to consolidate and what you need to nurture, take the manifestation one step further. So now when you're manifesting, Maybe you're trying a visualization board. Maybe you're trying intentions, and the intentions are pointing at your specific or more specific desires. So, painting class, a writing class, a cooking class, right? Like, get more specific about it. Because the happier you are, the happier you will be, right? The more that you're being true to yourself, you are creating that solid foundation. Then you start to trust yourself. You start to trust the universe. You start to trust in, I'm going to get the things that I want. You're starting to trust that there are blessings all around me, right? I don't have to live in fear. I don't have to be controlled by chaos. The more you feel successful, the more you feel seen. Basically, to sum this up, listen to your heart. What does your heart tell you to do? Do that. Focus on that. What does your heart tell you to do? That's what I got for you, Jessica. I hope that made sense. All right. So, as lovely Linda suggested, we will take a card from each deck. Oh, hi, Nigar. Do you want a reading? We're doing 4-leaf clover readings. I can do a reading for you if you want. You're welcome, Jessica. I'm not really doing specific questions tonight, Nagar, but I can see if it comes out in the cards for you. Or if I get any inklings when I'm reading. Give me a number between 1 and 4 so I can pick what deck you want me to use. Either 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay, so I see what you wrote, and I appreciate you saying that, but I do not mean to get advice. Well, then the choice is yours, because that's kind of what I do, right? I'm going to read the cards, and I'm going to tell you what the cards say. Whether that means advice to you or not, that's up to you to interpret. But that's kind of what you're going to get, regardless if I'm answering your exact question or not. But we'll give it a shot. So you said 4. Let's give it a shot and see what we get, okay? And here's the thing, and I'm just going to say this, before I throw the cards. When people come in and they ask the types of questions that you ask, normally I would say something like this. You kind of already know the answer to the question, or you wouldn't be here asking it in the first place. So we'll just say that. Hi, Isadora. How you doing, love? Glad to hear it, my friend. Glad to hear it. All right, so this is the 4 direction spread, Nagar. This is how we have been doing this all night. So the first card that you have out is Play. And it says, may you seek out fun and connection. Okay. And this is the 10 of Cups. So these first cards represent the direction of East. And that is the card of springtime. And it's about, the things that you need to begin in your life, the things that you need to explore or search for. So to me, this is speaking to, we need to sort of, seek out different friendships, like-minded people, find your soul tribe, crank up the tunes and sing or dance around the living room, right? The 10 of Cups is all about family and joy and blessings, and this situation that you the question that you put in there, the situation that surrounds that question is obviously causing you, a lot of stress, a lot of worry. And this card is suggesting you need to leave that worry behind and worry about, having more fun and seeing the joy that you already have around you. Okay. Card number 2, or these second cards, are the South cards. This is the card of the summertime. So this reveals what is expanding in our life. This is the thing that we should be growing or working towards. Okay. So the first card that we have here is Courageous. May each breaking wave build your courage. And the second card you have here is the 9 of Swords. This is worry. This is anxiety. Think of like sleepless nights. So what do we need to expand? What do we need to work towards? What do we need to grow? We need to grow this courage in order to combat the worry. It feels like I need to sort of stand tall. To me, I need to stand tall, right? The third card is the West card. This is the card that represents the autumn. So this is the card that speaks to us about what we're harvesting, what we're gathering. So when you think about the crops at the end of the summer and you bring all those fruits and vegetables in and then you can them and save them for the winter, right? We have Magic. May you flow with the divine. So that card means, going with the flow, being connected to something that's bigger than yourself. May you walk the path that is that you are destined to walk, as opposed to trying to figure out something different or to go against what is already sort of pre-planned or predestined for you. You have the Temperance card here. The Temperance card is about balance, moderation, and control. In the traditional tarot, you'll see the Temperance card. The person has their foot, one foot is on land, one foot is on water, and they're trying to navigate how they walk like that, how they manifest that, how they, control that. This is about believing and trusting and like one step in front of the other, one step at a time, not trying to get too far ahead of yourself, not trying to live in the future. For example, I want to lose 20 pounds in 6 months. And, I'm thinking of 6 months from now, and I'm going to be in that bikini. That's wonderful. And there's nothing really wrong with that, except for you're missing the part of the journey that's happening right now. Okay. So this is about staying present, not overwhelming yourself, not trying to outdo yourself, staying in the moment and just really allowing yourself to see the beauty in the journey and feel the journey as you're taking the steps. Okay. The last card is the card of the North, and this is the card that represents wintertime, or the cards that represent wintertime. This is about consolidation and nurturing, the things that you need to sort of hold on to or incorporate. Okay. You've got awe. May you see the sublime in the everyday. And then you've got the Hermit card. The Hermit card is about taking a pause. It's taking an intentional pause where you remove yourself and provide yourself with an opportunity to figure out what is going on. How do I feel? Where you do some self-reflecting, right? And if you notice in this card, the Hermit has a lantern, right? That light is the wisdom. It is the inner wisdom. So when you sit and you think, and whatever thoughts come to mind, that's your wisdom. Your wisdom, i.e. the light, is going to give you what you need to take the next step. But we can't see that. We can't think about that if we're over here with all this stress and all this worry. Or if we're in the outcome. We're at the 6 months and I'm wearing the bikini. Does that make sense? So without answering your question, I am sort of answering your question. The answer to your question is worry about you, worry about you, worry about you, worry about you. Concentrate on you. Make yourself priority number one. Make yourself happy. Find your joy. Live in joy. And the other things that are supposed to happen will fall into place as they're intended to fall into place. That's what I've got for you. I hope that makes sense. I hope it resonates. Hope you found it helpful. Hi, Rose Blue. How are you doing, dear? You're saying, is it too late? No, of course it's never too late. It's never too late. All right, so Isadora wants a reading. And you set your reset bell. Awesome. Isadora. Set number 2. Oh, sorry, loud bang. Good for you, Rose. I started tasks, and as you can see, you're not seeing my face, so I didn't complete everything. My room is a mess. I'm a mess. It's all good, though. It's all good, as they say. All right. For Miss Isadora. Hi, MD. Absolutely. You just got a few people ahead of you, MD. Sit back, get a beverage, get cozy. I need to, install one of those. You know how, when... I mean, I don't even know if they have them anymore. Remember when you used to go to, the delicatessen and, you took a number? Do you guys remember that? Do they still have those? Remember when you used to go to the deli counter, to get, a ham or whatever? And you would take that number, and then you would stand there like a big crowd of people, and then they would call it, now serving number 4. Whoa, my goodness. That one turned over inside the deck, Isadora, the strength. Okay. We're taking 2 with that one. Awesome. MD says they're going to shuffle their Rider-Waite until their turn comes. I love it. You think that they have those at BMV? I love it. All right, my friend Isidore, here we go, love. So, East cards. Cards representing the springtime. This is what needs to begin. So what you're searching for, what you're exploring. We've got the orange and energy. Okay. You've got the 3 of Wands here. Expansion, vision, dreams, long-term goals, the future. This is lovely because what this is like, this is hope, right? I'm planning, I'm strategizing, I'm thinking, I'm hopeful, I'm joyful, right? I can see the forest beyond or through the trees kind of vibe, and I love that. That means that that situation that you were in not too long ago, you're starting to feel like you can breathe again, right? Be yourself again. And I love that for you, my friend. Next up, we have the South card. The South cards are the cards of the summertime. Okay, this is the card that is revealing what is expanding our life. So this is the thing that we need to be growing or working towards. This is the thing that we want to build up. Okay, you've got courage represented here by the thyme, the herb thyme. And you have the strength card. I mean, hello, what a combination. Courage, excuse me, and strength. Let me take a drink. Excuse me. So courage and strength. You guys know that follow me. I talk about the super cape all the time, right? Find your super cape, put it on. Right? Find your super cape and put it on. That's what you need to work towards. Building up that courage, building up that belief in yourself, right? That empowerment. The next cards are the West cards, and this is the card of the fall. This is what we're harvesting or gathering. So the thing that we're bringing towards us, okay? And we have the strawberry and agreement. And we have the 2 of Pentacles here. And we also have the 4 of Swords, okay? Balance, priorities, self-care, rest, retreat, refresh, and the agreement. It feels to me like you're finding a really beautiful balance with these 3 cards. That's not by accident that those 2 cards came out together, right? The agreement is, I agree that I'm going to find just a better balance. And as you continue to navigate after said situation, you're finding your way again. You're starting to figure out the footing and how this is all going to work out. But it's one step in front of the other, right? You're still very much on a learning curve, but you're getting there. Just don't forget to take the time that you need when you start to feel like you may be overdoing it or things may be a little bit out of whack. And I love that you pulled the strength card for yourself. That's awesome. Our last card is the North card. North card is the card of the wintertime, and it is the thing that we need to consolidate or nurture. So the thing that we need to embrace or, sort of hold on to. We've got the Violet and Tranquility here. Gorgeous card. And the Ace of Swords. There's this sort of vibe that I'm picking up where, like, I got this. Oh my God, I just don't. Oh, yep, no, I'm okay. It's like I'm constantly talking myself in and out of things. And so I'm not allowing myself to see or to feel the progress that I'm making. So there's still that little bit of like trepidation there. There's a little bit of hesitation, that little bit of like fear or fear manipulation, if you will, right? Like, in other words, I've got this as long as everything's perfect, but when I perceive that things are perfect, I'm not going to make it. That's not what this is. This is telling you that you have everything that you need. You just need to believe it. You need to embrace it, right? You need to be inspired by it. And I know, easier said than done. I know that. But this card right here, this Ace of Swords, right? Look at that light coming out of her. I call this a fascinator. I don't know if it's a fascinator or a hat, but I'm calling it a fascinator, right? This is like your spark, you know? This is like your literally like, you know, the light bulb going off, the like, yes, I got this. That's the thing. That's the ticket. You got to get back to this place, right? Where you believe in yourself again. Not just when things are good or when you perceive them to be good, but all the time. You know, we all have things that go wrong. We all have struggles and crap situations and challenges. I mean, look at the state of the world, friends. But in each of those challenges and in each of those struggles, the good times and the bad times, we are still who we were before said challenge. But the factors of those challenges, those, you know, situations, they scare us and hurt us and make us feel like we are not who we once were. You got to get back to this, my friend. And the way that you do that, the way that you know that you are as great as we all think you are, is by this. Putting your super cape on. Courage, strength, perseverance. I got this. That's an awesome reading for you, Isadora. I wish you nothing but love, my friend. Nothing but love and blessings. All right. Let me see. Yeah. And that's okay, Isadora. That's okay. See, here's the point, love. You are recognizing the fact that you are recognizing, the fact that you are like, oh, I see what I did there. That's growth, my friend. That's perception. That's understanding. There's like a wisdom and a knowing there that, you know, like a gut instinct. So I think that it's like a more like a defensive mechanism or like a protection kind of thing where, you know, you get into uncharted territory and you're like, uh-oh, and you sort of revert back to you know, where you once were, as opposed to allowing yourself to be like, okay, you know what, this isn't ideal, but look at how far I've come. I want you to try, just as a footnote, try to incorporate this little exercise before you go to bed at night. Write down a list of the things that you're grateful for from you, for you. I am grateful that I handled this task. I am grateful that I stepped outside the house. I am grateful that, you know, I talked to this person and I didn't overreact. Like, I really want you to think about the amount of times during the day where you know, showed up, stood up, where you were tough, where you were resilient. And I want you to really like remember who you are. Because I think that you're forgetting all of the accolades, all of the wonderful, amazing qualities that you have and the battles that you fight every day. And I get it. I get it. I have told you guys that on the channel many, many times, right? You know, I was in such a hurry to find who I once was because I thought that's who I was. That I wasn't allowing myself to be open to the fact or the possibility that who I could be, who I was growing into, who I was evolving into, could be better. Or a new improved version of. I just wanted to get back to what I knew. And I'm not saying that was wrong, but I didn't make it easy for myself, right? I sort of held myself hostage in that state of mind. And my mom told me so many years ago that when you want to remind yourself of who you are and what you're capable of, you know, whip out your resume and read it. Remind yourself of all the amazing things that you've done, big or small. And when you do that, feel it, you know, allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to feel it. You're very welcome, Isadora. Okay, let me go back up here because now I'm all over the place. Okay, so we have Rose Blue and we have MD. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. Rose Blue. Rose, did you tell me what deck you wanted, love? Because if you did, I don't see it. Need help for both time help. Convention also. Passport card. I don't want 28 both visitors. Dad's having knee problems. I gotta ask to move. MD says, Isadora, I recommend using emotional code book based on your emotions. Comment all the emotions you haven't had time to process and understand. Create blockages towards your best self in life. Absolutely good advice. You want me to pick? Okay. All right, take a sip. This is my favorite deck, I think, that I own, the Sacred Forest. And nobody picked it tonight. So it's feeling lonely. So just for you, Rose Blue. I think this was like the first deck I ever purchased. Or one of the first decks I ever bought. And I like it so much that when my niece said to me that she wanted an Oracle deck, do I have any recommendations? This is the deck I got her. That is how much I enjoy it. So I told a fun fact in the beginning. Not sure if you guys heard it or if you know about this. Take a guess. No, that's not the right way to say it. So here's my fun fact. 1 in 10,000 clovers is a 4-leaf clover. Isn't that astonishing? 1 in 10,000 clovers is a 4-leaf clover. That's insane. Oh, Rose's cards are flipping over, flying out. One in 10,000. I thought it was pretty remarkable. I also said in the beginning that when my family moved from Ontario to Alberta, when I was 7, turning 8 years old, my father stopped at the store on the way out of town and bought 2 8-tracks. That's right, friends. That's how old I am. And one of those 8-tracks was Kermit the Frog. And one of the songs on that 8-track was It's Not Easy Being Green. And today when I was picking out the colors and thinking about the 4-leaf clover and all of that, I don't know why, but that song sort of came into my mind, and I've kind of been giggling about it ever since. It's not easy being green. Maybe he is, Rose. I don't know. All right, let's see what we got for you, love. I always think this card looks like Brad Pitt. Anyway, sorry. All right, first set of cards is the cards from the East that represents our springtime. This is the card of what we need to search or explore for, the thing that we need to begin. You've got the Owl Spirit and Wisdom, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. To me, the Wheel of Fortune is about if I can learn the lessons from the past and sort of, carry those forward, incorporate those as I go down the path, then I will continue to feel like I'm making progress, that I will continue to feel like I'm moving forward. And if I can't, if I keep trying to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, I feel like I'm kind of spinning my wheels. And so I feel like these two cards go really well together, right? Like your wisdom, your life experience, your lived experience, your inner knowledge, your gut instinct, your intuition, all of that, along with your life experience and the lessons that you like, they're both saying the same thing, right? Use the knowledge and the life experience that you have to navigate. So you know what you know what is good, what is wrong, what is indifferent, right? Listen to that. Let that be your compass, if you will. The South card represents the summertime, and this is about what is expanding in our life. So the thing that we are growing or working towards, right? This is sort of like the goal, right? So you've got Wise Woman of the Grove and Grace, and you've got the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups is about making choices. I call it the adult shell game sometimes. This is about, procrastination and, like if I do this, then this will happen. But if I do this, then that'll happen. But what about if I go over here? It's all of that, mental mind game that we do, where we talk ourselves in and out of something. I think where this card, where these two cards are going is, like, again, tying back into that, like, you already know. But it's like you're either thinking about it too much or I don't know. I don't know what the rest of this is. Maybe this will tell me, but it's like you get in your way sometimes, almost, that you don't, the idea comes to you and you're like, yes. And then 3 minutes later, you're like, well, maybe. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't just like go with your gut. Maybe, I don't know, maybe there's like playing too many scenarios. Maybe it's something like that. So again, this is about expanding. The thing that we should be growing or working towards is trusting yourself, trusting your decisions, trusting your instinct, right? We have next the West card. This is the card of the autumn. This is what we are harvesting or gathering. So the thing that we're bringing towards us, okay? You've got the toadstools and growth, and you've got the Lover's card. So to me, this is about support. This is about connection. This is about understanding. This is about trust, quite simply put, right? The thing that we are wanting to harvest, the thing that we are wanting to bring towards ourselves, the thing that we are trying to sort of embrace is this idea that it's basically, it's okay to let other people in to help you. Like, you don't have to be so, I got this. But behind it's like, how do I explain this? Like, I would never ask anyone to help me, but I sit alone and think, why isn't anyone helping me? Do you understand what I mean? The last card is the North card. This is the card of the winter. This represents what we are consolidating or nurturing. So the thing that we're trying to incorporate can also be about what we need to repeal, or what we need to repair or heal. We've got gratitude, and we've got the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords is like anxiety. It's, it's the end of a cycle. It's, I like in the traditional tarot, it's a really sort of tragic image, right, of a person laying on their stomach with all the swords in the back. This image is not so tragic, right? This one is a little more easy on the eyes. But inevitably, she's walking away. She's walking past it, through it, moving on. Gratitude. There is something here in this set of cards, in this set of 4, that is leading me towards the idea that if we make the decision to cut it, like just cut the ties and just, cut the cords and just like, I don't want to do this anymore this way, then I'm not going to do this way anymore, if that makes sense. And this ties into this. If we trust this, if we trust the wisdom, and we trust, the life lessons, and incorporate them, then we're not going to be, sort of like a fart in a mitten, flitting all around the place. Do I, don't I, should I, shouldn't I, all of that kind of stuff. And all of that energy that you're not putting into this stuff over here is going to make you feel like you are growing. And when you grow, when you are enlightened, when you are open, when your light is, on, so to speak, we attract other people, like-minded people, right? And when we do that, we have this feeling of joy and gratitude and blessings, because we're just happier, generally speaking, right? No one wants to walk around miserable or upset or whatever. And when we have that, we have completed the cycle, right? We've let the upset and the anger and the angst and the past BS that we've been through, it all goes away. I'm not saying magically it disappears. I don't mean that. But there is a leveling up of sorts of like an internal growth that happens that makes us feel like, I got this. And that's what this is. That's what I feel like your reading is about. Yeah, I know you get it. All right, so lastly, but certainly not least, we have MD, I think, unless I missed somebody. I hope I haven't missed anybody. I hope I haven't missed anybody. Sorry, I'm getting tired. MD is up next. MD, just let me know 1 through 4 if you're still here. Rose, I hope that reading was helpful. Sorry, I got off on a tangent there. That's because you guys know I do that when I get tired. All right, my friend, 4 it is. This deck is called the Sea Soul Journey Oracle and actually has several different backs on it. It has this one here, which is kind of like the greeny blue. I'll just show you real quick. Has this beautiful one of sort of looks like some kind of art canvas art project. This here with the bubbles, and then it has this one here, which is sort of like this gorgeous sort of sunset sort of scape scenery deal. I love this deck. It's beautiful. You're very welcome, Russ. All right. Give these a good shuffle for MD. I have this thing, MD, because you're new here, where I don't know why I do it. I don't know where this comes from, but I want to color coordinate my cards all the time. So I try to stay like within the same color family. It's a thing. What can I tell you? Okay, you pulled the 4 of Wands, the 5 of Swords, the King of Wands, and the King of Cups. So is there some sort of like relationship issue or conflict at home? You don't have to tell me. That one came out first, right? All right, here we go, friends. All right. Take a sip. All right, so our first 2 cards are the cards representing the direction of east. It is the card of springtime. This is about what is beginning our life, the things that we need to search for or explore. Okay, you've got resilient. Can you see that? You've got resilient. May your soul weather the storms. Okay, and you've got the hermit. So, you know, the hermit is about taking that pause, right? And allowing yourself the time, the space to think, to reflect, to sort of review, if you will, you know, why am I here? How did I get here? Where do I want to go? And how am I going to get there? That kind of thing. So in terms of what you need to begin, what you need to explore, I want to tap into the light of the hermit. The lantern that the hermit carries is the wisdom that you gain and or gather, that you achieve by this time, right? This time of reflection, of, listening to what it is that you really need. And it lights the path forward. So it's like you call your friend, the TV shows where you like call a friend, to get help answering the question. It's kind of like that kind of vibe I'm picking up. So you get some sound advice from yourself that enables you to continue along the path. So to search for, to explore, is how to not only listen to yourself, but to trust in yourself, which is not always easy to do. It's actually, I think, personally, one of the hardest things to do, is to trust in yourself. The South cards are the cards of the sun in the summertime, and these cards here reveal what is expanding in our life. So these are the things that we are growing and or working towards. Okay, and you have space, and this is a gorgeous image on this card. Look at this, gorgeous. May your heart and your scope expand. May your heart and your scope expand. And then you've got the Two of Swords. So Two of Swords is crossroads, indecision, fork in the road. I sort of am feeling like, I don't feel necessarily indecisive. It feels more like woulda, shoulda, coulda. Like I make a decision and then I regret the decision, or think about, should I have done that? Could I have made a better choice? You know what I mean? It's kind of like that, like hamster wheel kind of thing. And so with this card here, this, may your heart and your scope expand. It's like not seeing the possibility. And so if you just look at this card, right? Like if I just look at the water is beautiful, and it's serene, and it's gorgeous, and it provides, tranquilness and peace and all of that. But if I just tilt my head up, if I just look up and I look at this beautiful cloud, what do I see? What do I imagine? What's the possibility? What's the opportunity? It's sort of like a perspective thing, but not quite. I realize that doesn't make any sense. I hope that you get what I'm putting down. There's like a little bit of regret here about something. Anyway, moving on. So we've got the West card. Okay, the West card is the card of the autumn. This is what we are harvesting, or what we're gathering. The things that we need to release, things that we need to bring towards us, could be things that we need to clear out. Okay. Now, what's interesting is release is in the book right here, and this is the card that you've got, is release. May you lay down your burdens. So whatever that Five of Swords that you pulled is, I mean, it's conflict of some sort. It's upset of some kind, right? You've got two cards here where we are blindfolded, and, there's strings all around us. Specifically here with the Eight of Swords in this deck, here she is. But here's what she's looking at. This is the reflection that she sees. It is not a true depiction of who she is. But this is how she sees it. The question that we need to ask is, why is she seeing it this way? And how do we undo this? How does she see what we see? She does that by releasing. May you lay down your burdens. So perhaps like a forgiveness ceremony or a release ceremony might be something that you could consider looking into or doing to give yourself the opportunity to release that weight, whatever it is that you're holding on to, whatever's holding on to you, right? So that you can stand up tall again and sort of breathe easier, I almost feel like. So for you, MD, these West cards, I think, are gathering towards you like it's okay. And the clearing out is the weight that you're carrying. And I think that that weight goes all the way back to the beginning. The last cards are the North cards, and this is the card of the winter time, okay? Quincy, you can't come on the desk, honey. Stay right there, okay? Good boy. That's my cat, Quincy, wanting to jump on the desk. The North card is the card of the wintertime, and this is the card that reveals what we need to consolidate or nurture. It's also what we need to repair or what we need to heal. And you've got this card here of receive. May you know you are worthy of the gift. Let me read that again. Whoop, Quincy's coming anyway. May you know what you are worth. May you know that you are worthy of the gift. And then you've got this Four of Swords. Self-care, rest, retreat. Give yourself the nourishment that you require so that you can receive, that you can be resilient. And each time you do that release, your image is going to become clearer, more real life, more how you're seen and not how you are how you perceive yourself to be seen, right? That light is going to shine brighter. And that's when you get to this space, right, where your heart and your scope are expanding. So I hope that that makes sense. I hope that that is helpful. That's what I got for you, MD. Quincy, come back, baby. You can come up now. My cat wanted to jump on the desk, and you all know Quincy's a big cat, and if he gets on the desk, we won't be able to see anything on the desk. Okay, now we're going to pick a card from each of the decks, as I promised Linda I would do. Hopefully, I haven't forgotten anybody. If I did, I apologize. It wasn't intentional. Well, thank you, MD, for coming and for joining. Thank you for letting me know that it all made sense. I appreciate that very much. This is sort of like a sign-off, a little collective reading. Woo, I love it. You know, one of my mom's favorite colors was green. And at one point in my life, for many years, everything in the house was green. Green appliances, green floors, green walls, green couch, green carpet, you name it, it was green. To the point where I hated green for the longest time because it was everywhere in my house. And one time I asked my mom, like, what's with the green? I mean, oh my gosh, that's so much. And she said to me, you know that green is the choice of geniuses. And look, you guys, my mother is here. My mother is here. Do you guys see that? Do you see it? So we have the owl spirit and wisdom. We have the lime and luck. We have love. And we have believe. My mother's favorite word, and it's all over my house. The message on this card says, may the sea deepen your faith. So, as I like to do, may you believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself, your love deepens for yourself. You are more empowered. Your heart is more in tune. You're more connected to it. I believe that that makes you feel fortunate, that that makes you feel blessed, that that makes you feel joy. And that is sort of that euphoric feeling of, oh my gosh, I can't believe, this is like the greatest thing, where you just feel so lucky to be in that moment. Think of like your favorite gift that you've received, or when someone unexpectedly showed up for a visit, right? The surprise and the anticipation and the excitement, right? I can't believe they chose me, right? Think of when you get a sign from Spirit, how that makes you feel, and you think to yourself, I can't believe that they chose me. That's pretty awesome. And then we have the wisdom. Because the thing about it, friends, is we all know all of this stuff. We all know this. But the chaos and the confusion and the noise and life, they get in the way, right? The pain and the tragedies and the challenges of the everyday life of our past, they bog us down, they weigh us down, they get in our way. If we can just provide ourselves with the opportunity to tap into this, to have that conversation with ourselves where we ask ourselves, what is it? What is it that I need to know? What's the thing I'm missing? And if you're open to it, whether it be spirit, whether it be your angels, whether it be some other form of higher power, God, your own self, if you're open, you'll get the answers that you seek. Because more often than not, we already know the answer to the question. But because we're human beings and we're navigating this tricky time, we get a little bit lost. And that's perfectly okay. Wisdom, luck, love, believe. That's a pretty awesome 4-leaf clover. And with that, my friends, I'm going to say goodnight. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for spending part of your evening with me. I truly appreciate it. Please don't forget to subscribe, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment under the video. Make sure your bell notification is checked off, all of the things. And I will see you when I see you next. I will be live again on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to do some spring equinox readings. And there's a video that's probably out already now for the weekly energy reading. So from me to you, thank you so much for being here. And until we see each other again, I wish you many, many blessings. Mwah. Bye for now. You're very welcome, Isadora. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Linda. Bye, everybody.